Hey, welcome everybody. I am glad you're here. I'm Mark McLean, and it's time for my shave of the day. Today I'm drinking the tea of choice for me, Lipton's green tea. This is their diet citrus, and I love this stuff. Have you ever tried it? If you get it, put it in your freezer and let it get ice cold. As you can tell on the bottle, it is simply ice cold. It tastes magnificent that way. That's my new word. One of my catchphrases, you know, sort of like fantastic used to be. Okay, my pre-shave today I have on already. It's PRORASSO in the green, and I'm just allowing that to sort of soften my beard and bring it out a little bit. And the soap I will be using, if you can see, Devil's Cut. Maria Armand sent me this sample, and I tried it a while back. As you can tell, the water has been on the paper, and the lid is sort of messed up. But I tried it, and the first time I tried it, I thought, wow, that stuff really is nice, and you know, I'll have to use that, because when I say I tried it lathering it, and I don't think I ever shaved with it. So I'm going to go ahead and shave with it today. And I have it currently in the process of blooming in the bottom of my silver shave bowl. And my brand new old razor, shave brush. This is my Ever Ready, and it's the antique brush. Got a brand new knot in it that's soaking right now. And anyway, this is a synthetic 24mm sunrise knot. And a special thanks to my buddy Jason Moore. He gave me this brush, and it had the antique bristles in it, and I thought, well, I can't really enjoy that sitting up on a shelf like I can enjoy it shaving with it and using it. So I sent it to Anthony McKenzie Jr., who did a great job polishing it back to its beautiful sheen, and he put weight in the bottom of it, so it's weighted now. It's a heavy brush with a brand new synthetic knot. Right now I'm going to pour out my bloom water that I've had on my soap sample, and poured that straight out. I'm going to load up my brush. Oh wow, that's loading up rather soft. I have to be careful with this one. Yeah, it's got some lumps on it now, so I'm going to put it right in my bowl, which is rather warm because I've had it soaking in hot water as well. It smells nice. Not sure what all the ingredients are right now, but I can tell you this: they're nice. But it is really smelling nice. Sort of a spicy blend. The aroma is really coming out. This is called Devil's Cut from Maria Armand, Through the Fire Fine Craft, TTFFC. And Devil's Cut means it's like the process when making whiskey. They have to allow for a certain amount that will evaporate when they put it in the oaken barrels, and so therefore that part will always dissipate, and they call that the Devil's Cut. In other words, he gets his cut from the whiskey makers in the barrel, right off the front, or off the top, so to speak. Anyway, that's why they call it that, and it smells nice. I know it lathers fantastically, as you can tell. I'm really great at lathering. I like the way it smooths right on. Perfect. Man, I'm ready. That was fast, wasn't it? And I love that brush, that new brush. I love the fact that you can take something that's old and, you know, use it again. I've always been the kind of person that likes doing that. That's why I've always enjoyed antique shopping, going to the antique malls and things like that. This is not an antique though. This is a new one. I didn't have enough knowledge and wisdom to go out and buy a vintage razor. So many different aspects that come into play, like is the spine aligned? Is it still good? Does it have good bite? Is the teeth area, is the blade still going to be perfectly when honed? Is it worn? Is this and that? I just couldn't, I'm not, versed well enough to decide if I, could go out and pick a vintage razor. So I just bought a new Dovo, and I went ahead and stropped it today. And it's doing great. My buddy Lee Abrams gave me a tip that I'm starting to do. Instead of immersing it in the water and shaking it around and getting it wet, instead of doing that, I'm just going to run it under the water and wipe it on my towel, because I don't want to take the chance of rusting my blade. And even if I wipe the blade, the chances are, if you still get it wet, that it can rust in the pivot area, and it can rust here as well. I'm not well versed on the knowledge of what those parts are called on a straight razor. I've been into knives for a long, long time, and I know about knives, but I don't know if they still call the same thing on a razor as what they would call it on a knife. So I'm not going to risk being wrong, and so I'll just learn as I go. Oh man. Yeah, that sort of bit me right there. I can actually tell that this razor is sharper than it was before. I picked some advice up on sharpening, or not sharpening, but on stropping with a razor, which is totally different than stropping with a knife. I'm using my Alum block right now by RazoRock. Does a great job, fairly inexpensive too. Anyway, I took some of the tips that I've gotten from friends, and I am stropping with more success than I was before. Thanks to Gonzo, my buddy Bob Gonzo Randolph, my buddy Mike Baker, my buddy Thomas Burgess. You guys have really been helpful to me, and I do appreciate it, and I want you to know that. I am learning as I go, and it's going to take a little while, as you can tell by the cut I just laid on myself. I need to get some more soap on this brush and load a little bit more. You ever have one of those days when things just don't go right? Well, no, it's not that bad. It's just I really didn't expect the razor to be as sharp as it was, because, when you start disrespecting the steel, then it will smarten you up, just as it has done myself just now. I was trying to actually, what I was trying to do was to trim my mustache with my razor, and I'm just not as good at shaving with it yet to do a good trim job. So I've been having to use my double edge for trimming and shaping of my beard. So I thought I would give it a try. And I gashed myself. You know, just part of the learning process. Won't be the first, won't be the last. Guarantee it. It's definitely not the first. What I ended up doing was it grabbed onto the mustache hair, and when I pulled, it slipped off the mustache hair and caught my skin. That's one of the hazards, I think, of having a beard and trying to shave around the beard, you know? Because if it grabs onto the beard, it's going to yank. But it is doing a much better job. After I learned the right way to strop a razor. Stropping a razor is 10 times different than it is stropping a knife. Totally, completely different. I missed the pass earlier on my chin or my neck, so I'm going over it now. Out of sequence. I'm wetting my blade and wiping it on my towel instead of just immersing it in the water and swishing it around like I have been doing. I just did it then. Old habits, you know, new habits, shall I say. I can't wait till all of it becomes motor muscle, you know, and I can just do it like driving a car. Motor reflex. That's how people told me when I was in radio, when I first started, back in 1977. I first started, they said, well, hey, it'll be like driving a car after a while. First day I'm on the air, age 15 years old, sitting there in the afternoon drive slot, 5 o'clock, traffic, doing all these shows and broadcasting, trying my best to do what's right. Excuse me. And the people in the front office and the guy who was training me, rest his soul, Jerry J. Snowden. I'll drink to you, buddy. Anyway, Bill Scarborough as well. I'll drink to you too. The guys that were training me told me, you're on at 5 o'clock. Okay, I'm on. We're in the front office. If you have any questions, you just come ask. 5:05. The news ends. I start up my first record. Go to the front office. Not a damn soul. They had thrown this old boy in the pond and left me to swim or bail out. Swim or sink or swim, you know? You better believe I swam. They knew that I had been trained well enough and I could do the job if I just rely on my knowledge, and I did. and I am trying to train myself now into wet shaving with my straight, with my Dovo straight. And I'm getting it. It's just not motor memory, you know, yet. But it's coming. And I need to put a little more alum on that cut. You know, I whacked it pretty good. What happened was I grabbed the mustache and with the blade, and it didn't want to let go, so I pulled on it, which I shouldn't have done. But see, I'll know next time. Next time, I will know when I'm caught on a whisker or a beard whisker. I will know automatically. You don't jerk on it, you don't pull. You pull it off and start at a new location. But you learn as you go, right? And if you're watching me, you're saying, this old boy's about a dumbass, isn't he? I'm sorry. If you can do better, I apologize for not meeting your standards. But you're watching the wrong show if you're hoping to learn from this old boy. At this point, there will come a time, I can guarantee it, there will come a time when I am teaching others. I mean, I may already be teaching some new guys. You know, I've got my son who is wanting to get into wet shaving, and I'm starting to train him. I have another friend who is new to wet shaving that I am helping get started and hooking him up with stuff. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not to the point where I should be training anybody yet, but I believe in paying it forward and giving back, so that's what I'm doing. That against the grain right there, or cross grain. Really make sure that your whiskers are trimmed down low, or it does for me anyway. My glass is getting in the way. One thing I'm having to try and focus on and concentrate on is making certain I keep my angles where they need to be, you know? Just going to take a little while. I'm learning more and more every day. I've been thinking about getting a larger razor. Maybe it would be easier. I don't know. Is it easier? More difficult? Which? More simple, more difficult. A larger razor. Which is it? I'd like to know. Please leave your comments down below for me. Okay, that is just like I thought. That is a good shave. Maybe a little spot right there, and I'm gonna be done. Just a little bit on each side. That feels good. Wow, that feels awesome. I think I have gotten the best shave, the closest, let's rephrase that. The closest shave with this particular shave since I've been wet shaving with a straight. Time to close shop. The reason I say that because, well, honestly, I have been stropping it, and my friend Bob Gonzo Randolph has given me some tips, and I watch all of their videos, and then I try to apply it to my own self and see what I'm doing right, see what I'm doing wrong. So that's what I've been doing lately. And I have been stropping correctly, and I have been attaining what I set out to attain by stropping, but I haven't been going back through and using the final touch-ups on the leather like I should have. So that's what I have done differently today, and it's lots better. Right now I'm going to use some Through the Fire Fine Craft shaving aftershave Anvil. Earlier it was Through the Fire and their awesome scent Devil's Cut. And now I'm throwing on some Anvil. It smells awesome. It doesn't burn either. Rub it on my arms too, you know. Get that smell going. I love it. Maria, you have a great scent going there with the Anvil. I love it. Thank you so much for letting me learn from you guys, all of you guys, for teaching me as you have. Right now I'm going to apply some Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin. This is some face transformer that's really a great product. It's thick. I'm not really sure what all is in this. Anyway, it says use a pearl-sized amount onto your face and neck with your fingers. Build coverage to customize your look. Instantly transforms your skin with an antioxidant rich hydrating base. Lightweight luminous finish. Even has some SPF protectant in it in case you're going out in the sun. I know one thing, this feels nicer than any product that I own. Probably because it came from the store Ulta, and they have some very nice products there. All right, guys. Time for a little curve by Liz Claiborne. Tell you what, we'll do this. That way, I missed my glasses. And they're gonna have to have a cleanup anyway. Curve by Liz Claiborne. just to get me going. Ho, ho status, baby. Ew. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here and watching. It's been fun. It's been real, but it ain't been real fun. You know what I'm saying? No, it has, really. Thanks for watching me cut myself and then watching me heal right before the camera. It's amazing, isn't it? And again, have a great shave. Have a great day as well. The weekend's almost here. Peace.